Hey, hey. Talk your shit, K. My theme music. Y'all ready? It's another episode of Safe Loud, y'all. You know what to do. Get your wine in your wine glasses. Get your Henny in your shot glasses. For those of y'all mixing up those mixed drinks, don't water that motherfucker down. And for those of y'all not fucking with me right now, I get it. I'm a multifaceted woman. Go ahead and brew your lavender or your chamomile. Sit back, relax, and get ready for another episode of Safe Loud. We bringing the fuckery, y'all. Let's go.
Now is your next chapter.
It's the next chapter of another side of me that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm known as a sampler, but I'm a musician. I play bass. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the magical air and how you hear what you hear in music. I'm just like an avid digger, man. I do this shit every other day. You know what I'm saying? And the things that I find is just, it helps put my thinking into perspective on how to, you know, approach music. And that's where I use my ear. That's how I use my ear.
This is another episode of Say It Loud, y'all. And my guest today in the hot seat, after I had to chase him down and practically tackle him, Mr. P Rock.
What's up? What's up?
Hi, Pete.
How you doing, Miss L?
I feel like you are more busy than I am, but you know that, right?
No, you stay busy, yo.
I
don't do
try to
nothing.
stay busy.
I don't be doing nothing. I just make beats. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you're very busy making beats these days. So how you doing?
I'm all right, man. You know,
how are you dealing with COVID?
You know, shit is getting on my nerves. You know, people getting on my nerves, and politics are getting on my nerves. Yeah. Everybody trying to, you know, start school up and push kids back in school in the middle of a pandemic. Like, well, who does that? You know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing. I was talking about it. I was like, we can't. They letting people out of jail. We can't go to the movie.
Letting prisoners free, right?
Restaurant, but I'm supposed to pack up the kids and send them back to school. That don't make no kind of sense to me.
It makes no sense, and it's like they'll stop at nothing, and it's like, you know, what you think where the kids going after school? Home to their parents.
Yeah.
So then someone gets infected, the kid's gonna get infected, and they're gonna bring it home.
Yeah, they basically said kids don't die, so send them back to school.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
That's what they're saying. They're just like, well, it ain't that bad for kids, so, you know.
Kids have died from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the fact that people are dying, period.
Yeah. And I think
people are dying, period. It don't matter who it is.
Yeah, and Trump ain't taking none of this shit serious. It's all about a cashing in, and he don't care what it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lies, whatever.
I'm done with Trump. I'm done with the politics of I feel like he has incited so much into this country and created so much more distress and dismay that
I'm done with America, period.
Yeah, like at this point, it's like, you know, and I'm sad that we don't really have a strong political candidate. I feel like Biden is running, but I'm sad we don't have like a strong enough candidate who is really attacking and saying the things that need to be said, because there's a lot of things. Like, I'm just a civilian and I got a lot of things to say. So
it's deeper than that. It goes even deeper than that, but I ain't gonna be no conspiracy theorist on you.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So I posted something today on Facebook and on Instagram, and I was like, the same wall you put up to keep people out is the same wall now we all hostages. You lock people out, but we all locked in. And now with COVID, we can't even go anywhere. Like,
that's the thing. And you can't let them hold you, you know, hostage with this. You gotta still live your life.
just be careful. Just strap up or whatever you got to do.
This is turning into some kind of like I don't know. It's terrible. But
don't let them stop you. You know what I'm saying?
On the other hand, and I was telling a lot of people, I'm sad about COVID that we lost people, but I'm not sad about having the time to invest in myself and do the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so it's nice that I can like do the podcast and talk to you and like build a brand and a business and use that time, because I feel like when we're in our everyday lives and we're just going, we don't get a chance to really like be with our families and sit and meditate and be at peace. So it's kind of nice in a sense where everything just stopped long enough for people to kind of take that in.
But it's crazy how, they would put something like this out here to really stop you from interacting with your loved one.
Yeah.
That shit's evil. You know what I'm saying? And by itself. So it's just like, if they'll do that, they'll do anything.
Yeah, you want to know what was crazy too? And I got all these questions for the show, but you want to know what's crazy too as far as COVID is I woke up one morning, and I have an iPhone. I woke up one morning and there was a COVID tracker on my phone.
You have to turn it off, and there's a way to turn it off. I'll show it to you.
The crazy thing is, one, I didn't give you my permission. But two, how you could put a COVID tracker on my phone, but you're not tracking pedophiles, you're not tracking somebody who stole my car,
They want to track you, and if you've been in contact with other people who may have the virus.
We wasn't using this for the people that we need to use this with, is my question. If you can that quickly come out with a COVID tracker on people's phone, why you couldn't that quickly come out?
Because you might be asymptomatic, meaning you don't have no symptoms, but you spreading it to. That's the shit I don't understand. That's the trickery right there, and I think they be lying and playing games talking about asymptomatic. If I ain't got the shit, I ain't got the shit. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't talk about, because you making everybody think they got it. With this
I was one of those people.
I don't got no symptoms. I ain't sick. I ain't.
Yeah, but you don't know. That's what the fear is. That's how you get fear into people, though, because fear is not knowing, right? So now you don't know if you have it, or if you do have it, or if you don't have it.
Right.
And if there's not enough testing, then there's no way for you to know.
And then the way they test, they sticking that shit in your brain, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not.
Yeah, the next thing you know, you're gonna be like everybody's DNA. Everybody's missing because somebody swabbed it. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Even the idea of a vaccine, I was like, I don't want
something's wrong, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you just gonna let somebody give you a vaccine? Like, I'm speaking as a parent and as an educator. Like, there's so much controversy around vaccine. This just happened. How y'all gonna come out with a vaccine in time? You haven't tested it.
I'm not taking that shit, man. Y'all gonna have
then
to.
Then they was in the news talking about they want to test it in Africa. It's like 9 people got COVID in Africa, in the whole entire continent. 9 people. You want to go test it there?
Because
really, what's that in China? Why would
if I tell you the real reason why they doing all this, they really scared to death that their time is up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll explain it to you later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that is one of the questions that I have for you, because there's been so much.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The changes going on and the things that are happening in the country right now. But before we get into all that deep stuff, let's get to the good stuff. So my first question is, what are you listening to right now? Like, what's on your phone? What's in the car on constant replay? What are you listening to right now?
I'm listening to everything from jazz to soul to like old 70s, old 60s. Yeah. I'm listening like movie soundtracks, R&B, classic R&B, soft rock.
Really?
Old school rap from the like late 70s, 80s, and 90s, of course.
Yeah. So
and
some
new rap, some new shit, all the Griselda shit. A couple of the new mainstream dudes, a few. I fucks with Chris Brown heavy. I think he's the best R&B artist.
I do. He's a good entertainer.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
He's an entertainer. He does what he does.
I'm listening to everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more old school.
I'm listening to everything, but don't mean I like it. Yeah,
I can't really get into this. I was out with my girlfriends before COVID, and one of them new songs came on, and I was like, I don't know the words to this. I don't know the words.
First of all, in this time, We need something that's gonna stick to us, man. We don't need nothing that's ain't nobody partying. The club is not popping no more. So
Yeah.
y'all can't talk about that no more.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
got to talk about these police shooting us down.
yeah,
Talk
definitely.
about that. You got to start talking about what's real now.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
why I fuck with the baby. I've been listening to him too.
Yeah.
I've
I
been listening.
definitely think that that's important because we're not having enough conversations about that, and not the right way that we need to.
But
And I feel like as artists, they should like.
yeah, and I see some of the young ones, they're attacking the subjects, and that's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I ever want to see is hear something. You know, hear them talk about real life, man, and not this partying shit all day and shooting your gun and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Right. And those are the same stereotypes that people use against us, by the way.
Yeah.
You know
And certain rappers I like talk gun talk all day. You know what I'm saying? But I like the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you feel about verses? What's your thoughts on verses?
I mean, it was something created for the pandemic. You know, people had to stay in the crib, and I thought it was a good thing for being in your house. You nowhere else to go, getting shit to do. Versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
what did you think about the pairings, though? How they pair certain people up together?
Pairings could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Who would you like to see paired up?
Well, if you know, I would. Well, I thought to me the best one so far was the Beanie and
of course.
Yeah, and Bounty.
And I had Beanie on like 3 different computers in the house, like every room.
Still watching it. I'm still watching it. I go back and I watch that.
With Beanie, though,
yeah.
I think the difference with that was they were in the same room. That was the first time they were in the same room. And so it didn't go from just me sit, right? When we did Babyface, he was sitting at his piano, and then Teddy Riley at whatever he was doing over there, and they weren't in the same space. It wasn't the same energy. But when you had Beanie and Bounty now in the same room, in the same space, and then they had a DJ before, it changed the whole, it just changed the whole energy. It changed the whole, if I was Tim and Swizz, it would change the whole trajectory of what verses look like after that. You know what I mean? Because now it's like, I mean, they just had Rick Ross and the strippers and stuff like that, but the energy still wasn't the same. You know?
Right.
Cause I was dying laughing the whole time too, cause she's stripping with a mask on, and I just couldn't stop. Like I know
I like 2 Chainz. I think 2 Chainz.
Looking at the mask.
Yeah. I like 2 Chainz though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fuck with Rose, but I always dug 2 Chainz rap. You know what I mean? Even over the trap beats, all of that. Like he nice. He got some shit with him. You know what I mean?
So, what are some of the differences that you've seen in hip hop since you started? Because you know you've been doing this for a minute. How long have you been doing this?
30 years.
Wow, you don't even look like you could be that old to be doing this for 30 years.
Well, I mean, you know, hip hop is the music that's keeping me young. You know.
So, because I don't know this about you, like I see you all the time, and we talk all the time, but I don't know this. How did this all start? And I didn't have this as my question, but like, let's go ahead and go.
It started from, you know, my pops and the records.
Who's your twin, by the way? You know that, right?
Huh?
Your dad. You and your dad look exactly alike.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Pop, man. He was ill with the records, and you know, I was always in his records. You know what I'm saying? Like as a little kid, I'll be in his joint playing. And one time he had, you know, got mad at me, but then he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you what this is and how to play it and who's dope. And you know what I'm saying? Like he's telling me about the musicians, and when he played this James Brown record, I immediately fell in love with James Brown. And then from there, it just went from that, me wanting to be a DJ, and then from a DJ wanting to be a producer, getting my first radio gig in New York, working on for WBLS at 15 years old with Marley Marl. You know what I'm saying? And that was a great experience. And that was Heavy D, who, you know, had me under his wing and was bragging to Marley about me. You know, that's family. That's my cousin. And, you know, that's how I got the gig. You know what I'm saying? And then it went from there to like I started meeting people, like I was meeting everybody with Hev.
Yeah.
All the rap stars and R&B singers. And then once he saw in me my talent, he was like, let's bring that out. And then, you know, next thing you know, being around him all the time, you know, I was able to get, you know, noticed and heard and get some work done.
Yeah.
And it was a good time, man. It was good. You know, I have him to thank for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a bittersweet story though, because it's like me sitting here from the time that I've known you and having known your dad, and that story sounds so familiar to me.
Yep.
Because you're telling it, and I pictured the last time I saw your dad. The last time I saw your dad was at Trump's house, and he was sitting in the basement in the music booth. In the booth, like there was a chair in the booth, and he was just sitting there rocking in the booth, and he was sitting there by himself. And that was the last time I actually spoke to him. But I remember the same thing, being a little kid, playing with my dad's records. He must have been mad, because now that I'm an adult, I would be mad. You know what I mean? I would take his records to school, because you know the teacher had the record player. I'm aging myself, right? And so every time there was a party at school, you know,
you had the Fisher Price record, right? You had the Fisher Price joint?
Yes. I would be like, I'll be the DJ. I would take my dad's Michael Jackson and my Madonna records to school, because I was the only person that had all of them. So I that definitely resonates.
Oh, that's crazy.
So much. But
it's in Jamaican blood, man. It's something about the records, and Jamaicans love vinyl.
I think it's the beats, the energy, the ancestry. I think it's the community that it brings and builds. I
immediately fell in love with vinyl since I could remember.
Yeah.
You know?
So how's that now? Because like, where do you get vinyl now?
Still, online. You could get it online. Go to these stores. You know, I traveled the world and bought vinyl.
Because I feel like now all the real DJ. I have a lot of DJ friends. I don't know how. I either gravitate to them or they gravitate to me. But I always hear the real DJs are like, if you're a real DJ, you play vinyl. These cats now don't even know how to do it.
They don't.
What's your take on that?
I mean, you know, like I always say to them, learn the original way first. All right. This new way is cool, but you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how it started from scratch, then you know, you're just gonna be this digital cat. You know what I mean? And then you got some of them that's just like, well, whatever, man. You know, I like the digital shit.
Yeah, but you gotta also understand, depending on how old they are, they don't know any different.
They don't know nothing.
They're just
missing information makes them act like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, like you never know the history.
Like that.
Of how this even started, or how the history of how hip hop started with the scratching, right? So if you don't know that, then you just come into this digital era. You're just gonna go from where you start. A lot of people don't know when you guys used to carry crates. They don't know that.
Nope.
They just carry a lot around now.
And that was the job that we had before we got on ourselves was carrying crates for people.
Yeah, you carrying crates, and you remember, and then we went to CDs.
Yes, went to CDs.
So they don't understand that now. They're just in this era where it's just like, okay, I just have to, you know, back in the day, you go to the record store, you have to look through the records.
It's still fun for me. I still do that same thing right now.
I should do that. I should take my dad to do that. He would love it. He won't buy nothing, but he would.
Pop, if he knew what I knew about certain record stores, I'd be hitting up. I'll take your pops all over the place. I think
he would just go there for the nostalgia of being there. Like get him a drink, he'd be walking through the aisles of our
because these dealers, they wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you,
used to be there a long time.
Yeah, your pops wouldn't like these dealers that sell records because they crazy with the prices. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but my pops is on it. You know?
Yeah, but you know what? I tell my dad all the time. I tease him because I'm like, when you die, I'm not gonna sell you records, and he's like, please. But I might be lying a little bit because he's got stuff in there. I'm like, I know if we put this on eBay, like I know this album is like $100.
If you do that, trust me, you'll sell them.
Stuff that like, I don't even know this came in a 12-inch. You know what I mean? So,
or you could go on Discogs and sell records.
Yeah, I gotta tell him. I'm like that because you got. They're falling out of the place.
Yeah, man. Your pops. Oh, I would love to be in his basement right now.
He's just being his own little world. It's just a little.
Yeah.
So, who's one person you would love to work with musically?
I mean, I would work with anybody. I always used to say LL Cool J because we never really got nothing done. But he came to my house like a long time ago to the basement or whatever, but we never really got it done. So I would like to do something with him and anybody else I haven't worked with. Anybody, it don't matter.
What about the ladies? What do you think about them? Because like Cardi B just dropped that song two nights ago?
Yeah.
What about the
I got something special coming.
Yeah?
But I can't tell you who it is.
You just have to wait?
Gotta wait, man. Trust me, it's gonna be bananas and people are gonna be surprised and they're just gonna be like, wow.
Because I wanna see like a real female artist like thrive. I mean, I love Cardi. I think she took her platform and she did what she had to do.
With her. I fucks with her. She's a real.
I don't know about like lyrically.
Yeah, lyrically it's all good. If
you know me and you know how I gets down, like I knew the first 36 Chamber album when I heard Meth that was something. So if you know me, I know how to spot a joint. And lyrically,
I like the fact that she don't even give a fuck. She just saying, look,
it's hooky and it's catchy and it's cute, but lyrically, it's not Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Right. No, hell no. No way. Nobody can touch it. I'm going to say this. No one today can still fuck with Lauryn Hill. Nobody.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the album, heavy rotation. Still
she's
till this day.
Nice in both rapping and singing, like
and be able to cross them over, but still be in hip hop to the point where you bop into it too.
Yeah,
some people are so conscious, like I don't want to hear this shit no more. And then
she's
some people are so ratchet, you're like, okay, I don't want to hear this no more. So to be able to marry the two in the middle and have a median and be able to say like, okay, I'm still speaking consciously. We still having a good time. We're still popping a drink. That's not an easy thing to do. And then do it over and over and over again.
Well, I mean, you have to have that talent spewing out of your body, your veins. You got to really be talented in order to just.
And then I think the timing has to be right. You gotta be in the right space to write something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
I want to talk about your clothing line because I feel like a lot of people don't know about it. Like I know about it. And I know what you do as a DJ. I know what you do as a producer. But to be totally honest, as your friend, I'm more taken by the clothing line. Because of what I think it represents. So why can we talk about that and can we share that with the people? Because I really feel like how y'all don't know about this.
It's basically my it's my way of giving back to what's raised me, which was good music, you know what I'm saying? And anything that indicates it, like, the designs, me carrying a big stack of records, you know what I'm saying? Like, or just my Soul Brother logo with this funky Afro dude on the cover.
Yes, I'm feeling it.
That represents soul, funk, and jazz, just black.
The whole Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I mean? How long has the line been out?
It's been out now for about a year and change, and it's doing pretty good, and I'm not complaining at all.
Are you doing the designing?
It's my ideas, but my guy Fuse is doing everything.
Yeah, but it's you come up with the idea. That's where the money's at.
Yep.
I just want to say to the people that are listening to this podcast, if you have not checked out Pete Rock's clothing line, I don't know. I just feel like I know what you do, Pete. I know the music. I know the DJ. I know all of that about you, and I think that's great. But when I saw the clothing line, I was like, yo, this is like next level. And I know you're saying like giving back to what raised you, but when I look at it, I was just like, yo, this is people of color.
Yeah.
That's what I thought when I looked at it. I was like, this is me. This is people of color thriving. This is bridging the gap between what we're listening to and how we're living, but still in a way where we're doing it on a college campus and we're doing it in the office. And I just thought it was something so powerful, especially now with like Black Lives Matter and us like really supporting Black artists and Black entrepreneurs. I just looked at it and even there's adults there, but I just kept looking at the kids. And maybe because I'm a mom, maybe because I'm an educator, but I just kept looking at the kids and I was like, yo, this is like a whole movement.
You know what? If it made you feel like that, that's positive, because that's what it's supposed to do. That's why I basically did it, to make, give you that positive. You could make it whatever you want it, but it's not going to be nothing negative. You know what I'm saying?
Just that positive representation of us as a people.
Yes.
As a brand, I think that's dope. I think that's dope, and I'm here for it. And I'm going to go order mine as soon as
soulbrotheruniversity.com. I gotta let people know the website.
Yeah, and I will put a link on my website, soulbrotheruniversity.com. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I know a lot of you are going around like collecting hoodies and t-shirts from all the people that you like support. This is definitely one to get down with. Even I myself, like I said, is going to go and invest in Spy. And I told Pete, right? I said, don't give me, I want to buy mine.
Yes, so, I was like, all right, I hope you
buy mine, because I really feel like until I became an entrepreneur myself, I didn't understand what that meant.
Okay.
And now that I'm an entrepreneur myself, I really feel like it's important not to ask for something, but to give back to the people that give to me. So I want to buy mine.
Okay.
And I think that everybody needs to have that mentality when we're supporting a brand. You
know?
Because people are like, well, where's mine? Well, bro, it's online.
Yours is online. All you gotta do is buy the motherfucker.
It's online, and you go there and you put it in your cart and you support the brand. That's how you do that. I can't,
Where's mine?
Yeah, and I love it. I appreciate that you want it, and I know you'll wear it, but you got to understand part of supporting the brand and building entrepreneurs is actually going out there.
We work hard in our lives, so you got to give us back something.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, I don't make a lot of money from it, so if you don't buy it, I can't even give it to somebody else. Because, you know what I mean? So that's how that works.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that you like it. Thank you.
I think that we need strong representation in Latino and African American communities, in hip hop communities, because hip hop has such like this negative connotation to other people, and there's so much good work being done. We need to celebrate that good work being done, and we need to support each other to get that work done. And when I saw the visuals for your website for that, and I saw the kids and I saw the clothes, and I thought about myself. I thought about a Black woman, and I have an 11-year-old son, and I love the look, but I thought about it like the fact that it says university, the fact that it's like clean, and we're not looking at gun-toting people, and we're representing a brand that is positive. I think that's really important. I think we need to do that. We need to have more of that. There's not enough of that. We're buying either rich people stuff who tell us they never intended, and I don't want to get all deep because I want this to be fun, but they're telling us I never made it for you. Or you got kids out here fighting for, $1,800 shoes. Like, that's not.
I mean, we're gonna make masks. We're gonna do masks and everything like that too.
Yeah, we gotta support the brands, and we gotta teach us the right things.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I'm gonna go to commercial.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're gonna talk about what's next for Pete Rock. Sweet Vibrations is the official sponsor of the Say It Loud Ho Bag. Yes, they are. If you didn't know, Sweet Vibrations is an adult boutique that delivers innovative lifestyle products and embraces the taboo of sexual wellness instead of hiding it. Simply put, they inspire each and every one of us to embark on our own sexual wellness journey. Whether it's the girl's best friend, a little pixie, the perfect match, or tulips, there's something for everyone. And you deserve something sweet. So visit their website at www.sweetvibe.toys. Use our Say It Loud discount code, LOUD, LOUD, for discounts. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Sweet Vibrations. I mean, ladies, we all deserve a good vibe. So we are back with Pete Rock. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. First of all, let me say thank you, Pete. I know how busy you are because I've been trying to track you down, and I told you that if you didn't do this interview, I was going to show up at your house. I was dead serious. I'll just go pull up.
I don't need that drama.
I'd have been sitting on your car when you came outside. But I know how busy you are, and I know that you're working on so many wonderful projects, and I know you can't talk about all of them. But share what's going on with Pete Rock and what's next.
Pete Instrumentals 3, I got going. I have a band, a live band.
You do?
Yes.
Why don't you invite me to see your band?
Oh, well, I mean, you know what? You're right. You're right. I didn't know if you like to hang out in these certain places.
That same energy when Mom cooked the sawfish and acted. That same energy.
But I got you. I got Pete Instrumentals.
What kind of band? I want to hear about this band.
They're debuted on my next project coming out.
Okay, so I have to get the next project.
Yes, it's called Pete Instrumentals 3, and it's no sample. It's just the band.
Oh.
And they're playing over music that I tell them to.
That's amazing. Is it like jazz music, hip hop music?
Yeah, so and in a hip hop form.
I love that. That's one of Def Jazz is actually one of my favorite albums.
Oh, word. That's what's up.
It's one of my favorite albums. And a fun fact about me, when I'm actually teaching, that is what's playing in the classroom. And most of the time the kids are like, Ms. Murray, what is this? And after they play it and after they figure out what it and they start learning, then when I don't play it, they're like, where's the music?
No, that's real.
I use it in my class because kids don't usually hear hip hop and jazz together. But when you come out with this project for the new year, guess what they're going to be listening to? Oh,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, kids, like that's one of the reasons why I still do music, man, is so they can learn how to, do it correctly, following my guideline.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you have this jazz project coming out, or like instrumental with the band. What else?
I got the Flea Lord thing out there. I had I did Sky Zoo's album. I did Tech and Steel album. Who else did I do? Oh, Smoke Dizza.
So you're busy. You are really busy.
Yeah, and then I did a Benny the Butcher EP with Smoke Dizza.
Oh wow.
It's called Statute of Limitations. That's out right now. Everything I'm talking about is out.
All right. So you're working hard.
Yes. I'm just trying to, save what's good.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that because we need to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into some fuckery, okay? Because you know how this show go. We we talk the talk and then we gotta get into the fuckery.
Get in the bullshit.
We gotta get into bullshit. So let's get into relationships in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm very single and I ask a lot of questions about relationships and I talk about relationships, which is really strange because I'm not even in a relationship, but whatevs. Okay. So one of my listeners sent me this message and I would like this from a man's perspective. If a man had a secret family, do you think someone should tell? And who should do the telling?
Someone like who, though? If it's not your business, stay out of it. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But even though the situation might be wrong, because, I guess a man is only supposed to have one family and not keep a secret family. But
okay, we can talk about that. I didn't have that.
You know what though? Like the way the world is going, like nobody gives a fuck no more.
Yeah, that's true. But I was looking at Nick Cannon's podcast the other day, and he says that he doesn't feel that men or humans, I don't know, are supposed to be monogamous.
We're human. We are very much human because we ain't from motherfucking Mars.
Okay, not humans, but like men. Do you think that men are supposed to be monogamous, or do you think that we were put on? I think
men were built a certain way, and it's really up to your mental and psyche and who you are as a person, how you want to carry out your love life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, something like that. But men are built for women.
Right. No, I understand that, but I'm just wondering if, do you feel like you're supposed to be with one person and that's it forever? Because it's true. When I started doing research after that, there's not every animal does that on the earth. Some animals do, some animals don't. Like ducks, yes, they stay together forever.
Well, you know what?
But lions,
Yeah.
Lions, who are the king of the jungle, they have a whole pride, and they pretty much fuck all the lionesses in pride.
Yeah. They don't give a flying fuck.
Nature of what they do.
They hopping on your man's wife and his man's wife, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, no, there's only one lion.
It's kind of basically what's happening in the human world.
Well,
When guys can't stay, you know, faithful to one person.
yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you think people should, like, how do you think about being faithful? Do you think it's hard? Are you married, by the way?
Not anymore. I'm still married, but you know.
This whole show has people that has been divorced. I love it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just I've learned that things don't last forever, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't right,
I learned that things don't last forever. But from my situation was totally different. I knew going in it was gonna last forever, and the hindsight being 2020, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, you know, some things are done to pass the time. You know, when you see a situation unfold, and you're like, "How am I gonna deal with this?" You know, you just you kind of grin and bear it and bite down and deal, and then you have babies, and then you know the babies keep you a little longer around.
Yeah.
And then you know when you get tired, that's it.
I feel for me, it was one of those things in life that you just had to go through. It was almost like a tunnel, right? Like it's part of you growing, it's part of your evolution, it's part of what needs to happen, and then you come out on the other end and you're a better person for it. So I don't look at it in my life as a negative thing. I think I grew the most as a person during that time, and I figured out more of who I was and who I wasn't.
Yes.
And I'm cool with that. Like I feel like people, when you tell people you're divorced, they be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like somebody died and shit. I'm like, no, we have.
Nah, man, breakups happen. This shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't say sorry. I'm happy.
I'm not even mad at people who want to be of age, like be 50 something and just have a girlfriend for the rest of their life. I'm with that.
How I am.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to get engaged, but never pick a date.
Yeah, because they make marriage like this big ordeal, and that shit ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or I think right now we're in a society where the wedding's more important than the marriage.
Right.
The party's more important. The pictures are more important. Putting it on for everybody is more important than really the content of what the relationship is about.
Right.
And I also think there's a lot of women that, and I say this on the show, and the women probably hate me, but I love y'all. But I'm telling y'all the real, like. Some people are just, I want to do it. And so I want to do it so badly. I'm just going to pick the next person that shows up or the next good thing that comes or the next. And you just like jumping into something that you're not really.
You're only going to know it's right when you feel it. And that's it.
Yeah. But then I don't
I'm going to try this dude. I'm going to try that dude. I'm going to go here. Nah, you're going to know when you.
But I feel like for men, it's different. Like y'all going to know when you feel it.
Yeah, we know.
Like, women are thinking like, "Ooh, if he drive a Benz, maybe I feel it."
See, that's that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
100. I'm keeping it 100. I don't do that. I got my own Benz, but but
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine for the man to shower once in a blue, but come on, man, show me some independence, man.
There's a lot of women out here that are just like, you know. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm a different breed, but there's a lot of women out here that's like, okay, I think this could work because he has this. Like they're not
a lot of women out here that
waiting to feel something. They're waiting to see what you have.
Right.
Which is messed up.
And
the next time I go on a date, I'm driving my Hoopty Toyota Camry. I'm not getting my hair done. I'm not bringing my credit card. I'm just gonna bring my debit card and $40. You're gonna get Karen at grade C chicken. You know what I'm saying? But I feel the same way too sometimes about men. Like I feel like when people see certain things in a woman too, because I've had people tell me I'm intimidating, which I don't understand. I'm like 5 foot nothing.
Because you probably got shit going on for yourself.
But is that intimidating?
It's intimidating to some people if you're balling.
But I'm not balling. I'm just living how I
Maybe
want
you
to live.
balling, you just happy about what you're doing.
Well, why wouldn't I be happy?
People be jealous because you happy.
I just don't understand that. Like somebody was like, you could be intimidating. And I was like, I'm about 5 foot nothing.
Understand it when they never experienced that happen.
The things that I have, and I'm just speaking as a woman, the things that I have are the things that I want for myself. And I'm not going to wait for somebody to give them to me.
Yeah.
Work for them. Like, I feel, but maybe this is because I've been divorced before. I feel like if someone comes to my life, they adding to my life.
Yeah.
But I think there's other women out there that are like, no, I'm waiting for this person to come give me a life. There's a difference between someone giving you a life and someone adding to your life.
No one's responsible for giving you anything. You have to make your own.
Okay, so let's dig into the fuckery now. Do you think if people are in a relationship that the guy should be paying for everything? Because I got that question too.
Who should be paying for everything?
The man should be paying for everything.
I mean, maybe dinner and a movie.
Maybe dinner and a movie. So she shouldn't pay for nothing?
No. You know what? For me, I like an independent woman. I like somebody that's already popping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't got to worry about nothing. And even if I did, you know, that the person is not trying to take advantage.
Right. I was just about to say that. Like a good person is not going to want to take advantage of you. And somebody who likes you is not going to want to take advantage of you.
Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know. And every man's been through that.
Really?
Yeah, nigga.
I can't wait to find a sucker that could do that too. I've never met anyone because like my conscience won't let me do it. My conscience.
Well, some people take you having a heart as a bitch ass nigga, or you a sucker, or you know, because you got a heart for and you love and
no, but there's dudes out here that's just like putting their money out there because they want a chick that's the only way they know how to get her. So that's their insecurity too. You know what I mean? Because why are you meeting a chick and the minute you meet her, you're like, let me give you this and let me give you that.
It's those type of niggas that's fucking it up. It's those type of niggas that's fucking these chicks up, man. You know what I'm saying? I just believe in the original. I'm from the old school. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I believe in. I can take care. I'll take care of a woman. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be doing something too. You got to be showing me something that you know you could take care of yourself.
I feel the same way about guys, though. I don't want to take care of anyone.
No, I don't
want to take care of anyone. Like if I get up for work, I'm waking you up.
But you know how many men out here living with the woman?
Yeah. That ain't doing nothing. Nothing. Play Xbox. I ain't buying you no goddamn games. No. You gotta do something. If I'm doing it, I'm leaving here at 8 o'clock.
And they're so comfortable with that feeling with the woman taking care of everything.
Where does that come from, though?
I don't know, man.
Is that because I know like our parents are around the same age and we grew up in our culture that we grew up in. But do you think that's like a lack of people not knowing, like a lack of men not knowing how? Because they didn't have that in their life? Or do you think it's also women too did not have people in their life showing them what to show?
Both. You both have to learn the right way.
Because they're both at fault.
Right.
I think he's at fault for allowing that. And I think she's at fault for, you know, not saying, like, if you want a man and he loses his job, okay, yeah, that's your man. He lost his job. People get laid off, shit like that. But if your man's just a bum, then you got to also look at yourself as a woman because you fucking a bum.
Yeah. Basically. And a bum can't do shit for you. Can't make you better. Can't fucking do nothing for you.
You fucking a bum. It's just the same thing. I tell people all the time when they curse out their baby daddies. I be like, if your baby daddy a bum, then you had a baby with a bum. I don't want my baby daddy. I don't want my baby daddy to be a bum because then everybody gonna know that I fucked with a bum. Like, no, like I be telling him, like, no, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Because you're gonna make me look bad.
Some of us, it doesn't work out for us like that.
I know it doesn't work out, but like that doesn't mean you wish evil on somebody or you want to put them down because if they're down, you're down.
You just wish them luck and you know, good luck. See you later.
Yeah. You know. I don't like the hate. I really think as women, we need to. You don't have to be with someone. You don't have to be in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship with my kid's father. I'm not in a relationship with my ex-husband. But I don't want to see him be a bum and homeless. homeless. Like, yo, like I don't.
The hate comes from their own personal self because they know who they are, and they know they're pretty much, say, for instance, a damaged individual. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got to do better.
They have these certain behaviors, they behave a certain way, and they're so used to it they can't stop, and then they're afraid to deal with their own demons.
I think that women of color, not just Black women of color tend to be more aggressive with our men and tend to talk down our men more. And it's unhealthy. And it happens from generation to generation to generation. You see your mom, you see your grandma curse out your grandpa, you see your mom curse out your dad, and so now you hear cursing out your man. Like, that's not a healthy relationship.
Toxic.
That's not a healthy relationship. Like, hitting someone is not a healthy relationship.
Toxic.
Every single day is not a healthy relationship.
Toxic.
Why do we make this normal?
I got a new name for people like that. Toxic Avenger.
It shouldn't be normal. It should not be normal. It should not be, because then your own children are coming back seeing those same kind of toxic relationships. And guess what? Your same daughter's boyfriend is going to be the same kind type of dude, and she's going to be talking to him the same type of way. Like, telling the person you love every day, like, fuck you, nigga, you ain't shit, is toxic. It's thing. And I don't think in any way, like, I be on Instagram and I see women saying, well, I'm going to cut you and I'm going to do this if you do that. And I know it's jokes, because I joke around a lot too. But, like, at the end of the day, you have to know that that's a joke. And if you're treating a person like that, something is wrong with you and something is wrong with them.
Yes. And, either way, man, as grown-ups, man, we can't be acting like that. That shit is crazy. If you're over 50 and you acting like you fucking 20.
I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 20. Like, there's times that my daughter be joking around with her boyfriend, and I'm like, that's somebody's child. And she's like, Mom, just playing. I'm like, I know, but, and she's like, you take it so seriously. And I'm like, because I don't want, like,
you don't want them to act, we just playing. But
you still have to remember that this is a human being, and the way you speak to that person matters. Period. If you want to let a stranger on the street talk to you like that, why are you talking to somebody you love like that? I don't get that. Like, my ex-husband used to be like, you don't care about anything. And I'm like, I do care, but I'm just not going to fight with you maybe the way you're used to fighting.
Yeah.
Because I'm not cursing you out. I'm not doing that. We're going to fight about the grass, and then you're going to cut it or you're not going to cut it, and that's that. But we're not going to sit here and just break each other down as people. Like, I'm not with that. And I don't support women doing that. I don't support that at all.
Well, sadly, there is women out there that do that.
Well, hopefully they listening. And if you're listening to Say It Loud right now, go tag them in this on this
tag them in the fuckery talk.
You need to listen to this. Right? Cut the snippet out, send it to them.
Right.
All right, we're gonna do 2 more questions, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you've been on. I know you got things to do. What are your thoughts on plastic surgery?
No thought.
No thought? Yes, no, maybe.
Be as God made you. Period. Fuck it.
But I mean, like, Cardi do look good though. Even I look at her.
You got work done? Oh yeah, I did hear she got work done.
Yeah, a lot of work done after she got the baby. She looks.
I like her personality. I don't really give a fuck about her.
So you're either way. You don't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Don't really matter. I like Cardi B too. I like her too. I think she's a great person. She has a great
energy. It's her energy.
And she's easy to get along with. She looks like.
Yeah, her energy. But her body looks dope though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, she got a good body. She got definitely.
Her body look dope though. I'm like, damn, who that doctor? I need that. I'm a little older, but damn.
She well, I mean, I seen you in your little 2-piece and all that stuff on the beach sometimes.
But like, you get to a certain age, shit don't hang the same no more. Gravity, takes a toll on you.
Go to the gym, man. Work out, man. Work out.
You be like, babe, like that leg is numb. I got Charlie horse. Shit like that start happening.
You know what? Thank God I ain't start feeling nothing yet, but I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen tomorrow.
So when I get off here, I'm about to Google yoga because I'm about to do online yoga. I'm gonna get Chop Yoga Bait and do yoga with me.
Exactly. I think that's yoga's good though. It's a good thing to do.
Yoga is very good, and I think more people need to do it. Actually, I think for peace and mindfulness and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. But stretching, like just taking better care of ourselves.
Yeah.
I am gonna let you go, but I got one more question. You
Okay,
and
talk to me.
we kick it. There's a lot going on in the country now with Black Lives Matter. And I know you have a son. I know you have a daughter and a son, but particularly your son.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave the people with something.
Okay.
What are we telling our sons?
We are showing him everything that America has to offer, how to deal with police, how to stay focused on your schoolwork, how to focus on a hobby that can turn into a career, just things like that, things of those that's going to make independence, teaching them how to do things for himself and herself. And those things I mentioned, I think is life's manual, small, like a mini manual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
That we need to follow with those things in it, and we lead with that.
I love how you started with, we're going to show, we're not going to tell.
Yes, we got it.
When I heard that, I was like, yes.
Yep.
It's
about showing.
Yeah, it's about showing, it's about leading.
Yes.
And not just telling them what to do, but showing them what they need to do.
Showing them. And then, watching documentaries with them and watching some of these foul posts with what the police doing to people.
Yeah. And opening up the conversation. Yeah. It's scary. It's a scary time to live in because you want, especially as a parent, you want what's best for your children. But I'm a mom to a Black young man.
Yes.
I will one day, I'm gonna be a wife to a Black man.
That's
I'm
right.
the daughter of a Black man. I
That's
have
right.
a sister to a Black man, and so
right.
it is a fearful place to be. It is true. You pray different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you walking around with those pieces of your heart outside your body, for sure.
Yeah, you definitely got to pray. I pray almost every day for my kids.
Yeah, because you don't. It's hard enough as it is, and then you add the layers of all of this stuff on top of it, And it's some tough conversation. I had to have some tough conversation with my son when all this stuff was going on, and really explain it to him, even at a young age, because
teach him about selfishness and the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like not to be selfish,
right? And who you are, and be aware of who you are, and how you see yourself may not be how somebody else sees you.
Exactly.
But still at the same time, not breaking them down.
Yeah.
Because you're still all powerful men, and still, and we still need to celebrate you and honor you.
Yeah.
And make sure that you don't lose your value in all the things that are being said and told.
Right. Right.
That's another thing too. We need to still celebrate who we are.
Of course.
The things that we're seeing.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm all for the celebration.
Yeah, and not let it break our spirits down of who we are as people, but say, okay, let's use this to be bigger than this.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, and I think all this stuff that's happening it does nothing but give us strength.
Yeah. I agree, but I'm also at the point, P,
I'm tired though.
I'm fucking tired, yo. I'm tired of burying people. I'm tired of having to explain why Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of having, for me as a Black woman, being the only Black woman in the room sometimes because of my experiences, because of my education. I've been awarded to be able to do some cool shit. But there's times I walk in the room and I'm the only Black woman in the room. You know what I mean?
How does that feel? How does that make you feel? Like if you're in a school teaching.
I have been in a school where I've been the only Black teacher in the school.
Yeah.
How did it make me feel? It makes me feel like I have to code switch. That I couldn't go to work with my head tied like this.
Oh wow!
It makes me feel like I have to go flat iron my hair. I can't.
Wow.
It makes me feel like I can't say bruh, and I can't talk to you the way I'm talking to you now.
Bruh.
Can't say bruh. Sit properly. I have to be quiet. As a Black woman in some of those places, and I've worked corporate companies, I can't do the nails with the blingage. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't have the hair down to my butt. I have to make sure that I'm groomed and it's proper and I'm quiet and I speak properly, and then I lose pieces of myself. That's what happens.
Nah, you good, man. I'm glad I had this interview with you today.
Oh, thank you. Is it fun? Do you like being on set? It's crazy, right?
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I only like to do things that I find interesting. You know what
I
mean?
know that about you, and so I appreciate you for taking the time and kicking it with me and chilling
Yeah.
with me and talking to the audience and
Yes.
getting them involved in everything that you're doing. Give them the website again. Give them all your
SoulBrotherUniversity.com on IG. I mean, not on IG. I mean, there's a Soul Brother University IG page, but then there's SoulBrotherUniversity.com.
for the website.
And I have PeteRock.com, and then I have Twitter. I'm just Pete Rock on Twitter and Pete Rock on Facebook.
So go find him, go follow him, go to the website, copy your merch, get your t-shirts.
And Real Pete Rock on IG. That's my
Real Pete Rock on IG. Check out the new projects that are coming and everything just dropped.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pete. I appreciate your time. I love you.
Anytime. I love you too.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Say It Loud. Please forgive me for my audio, but since COVID, I can't record live with everyone because we're keeping our social distance. And I'm using all different kinds of online tools. So forgive me. But again, I think that takes us back to my rugged, original sound of season 1 and just bringing you the information and bringing you the fuckery as real as it could be. So, I'm gonna work on that. But thank you for having me and supporting me. Shout out to Pete for coming through. So this particular segment is now gonna be called Dropping Jewels with Karen, and we're gonna be dropping the bling. Today, really quickly, this is from Maps Media. They give me a topic every week, and I'm bringing that topic to you. I told you I'm gonna keep this portion of the show in just because I feel like it's nice to sum up what we talked about and also for me to drop a gem or two on you, hood style. So today the topic is teaching you something, and I really wanted to tune into what that is because I'm a teacher. And so teaching someone something isn't just about giving them directions on how to do something and saying do A, B, C, D, and you'll get this results. Teaching is really teaching someone to tune in and sharing knowledge with them that they had no awareness about before. And so for today, I wanted to quickly teach you how to meditate and how to tune into yourself, because I feel like the best way to learn anything is to learn who you are first, right? And so what I'm going to encourage you to do for your challenge this week is to lay down somewhere or sit down somewhere in your house. Center your feet on the floor flat. Sit up straight with your back. Close your eyes. And push out anything in your mind right now that is giving you anxiety or worry or pain or suffering or confusion or anything that's negative. Just push it out for the next 3 minutes and say, you know what? I'm not going to think about this for 3 minutes. I'm just going to really focus and manifest on the things that I want. And you're going to use that time to focus on the things that you want most. Right? Whether it could be a better job, a relationship, a family, good health, strength, whatever that is what you're going to do, because that's what meditation is. And that's what mindfulness is. It's really just a practice of understanding where you are, how you fit into it, and what you are feeling. So if you ever walk into a room and your stomach is in knots, that's your body telling you something. If you ever are in a space and you're feeling nervous, that is your body telling you something. Those headaches you get, that is your body telling you something. It needs something from you. It needs you to listen to it. And so what I'm teaching you today is really to tune in to what your body is telling you and give it that time and space when you sit for those 3 minutes to tune into it, to listen to it, to honor it, to respect it, and to understand it. I've been practicing mindfulness now for the last 6 years. I've been practicing meditation for the last 6 years. And I tell you, I get up a half an hour earlier in the morning because what I was doing, and I said this in a prior show, what I was doing was like getting up, jumping out of bed, running into the bathroom, wash my face, take a shower, get dressed, and run out my house. And by the time I got in my car, my heart was pounding. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. And so what I do is I now set my alarm clock, no matter where I am, a half an hour to 45 minutes earlier, so that I have time in the morning to slowly get up, to plan my day, what I need to do, to to think about how I'm feeling. And those mornings where I wake up and I'm not feeling good and my energy is not good, I give myself a chance to tune in and then push out whatever negative feelings I'm feeling so that I can feel good. So that is what I want to teach you today. That is what I want to share with you. And remember, learning something is about us sharing information and being in a space where we can receive it. All right, so thank you for another episode of Say It Loud. I love all of you. We are doing so well. If you are looking for me, you can find me on social media. I am Karen L on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also follow me at Say It Loud on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For all things Karen L, go to www.sayithloud.com, SAYITHLOUD, loud.com. You can also advertise with Say It Loud. There's sponsorships available. There is booking for Karen L. That's right. We're finally able to leave the house. So if you have an event, a podcast, a show, maybe it's a panel discussion, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to grace you with my presence and share time and space with you. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. How did I bring my dreams alive? Why, with a Anchor podcast, of course. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor does the hard work and distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can even make money with your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to Anchor FM to get started.